of what's going on over there, it may not eventually venture into South Orange and Maplewood. We have to get very, very serious about that in these communities. And listen, we got to find a way. We got to find a way how we can work with these communities so we can help. Be proactive. We got to be proactive. Because if we are not proactive, the things that are happening over there eventually is going to come over here. Now, it's difficult for us to help them with their school system. We got to get our school system together before we try to help them with theirs. Time check. The time is approximately 9:15 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Nokia Home Improvements for all your general construction and remodeling job. Nokia Home Improvements. No job is too small. You can call them at 973-592-8493. That's 973-592-8493. When we come back, the controversial Michael Sam kiss.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Traveler, experts at cruises that do not require U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Of course, one of the biggest controversial things that happened over the past 2 days, other than the Donald Sterling interview on CNN, it was the Michael Sam kiss with his boyfriend on television. according to the article by CNN by Holly Yan and David Alsop yesterday. Not long after Michael Sam became the first openly gay player drafted to the NFL, some made clear his reaction was not welcome. Shortly after learning of his selection by phone, a visibly emotional Sam turned to his boyfriend and kissed him. "I'm sorry, but that Michael Sam is no bueno for doing that on national TV," former Super Bowl champion Derek Ward tweeted. "Man, you got little kids looking at the draft. I can't believe even ESPN allowed that to happen," he added. Ward, who played for the New York Giants and the Houston Texans, said he has received death threats against him and the children after the comments. Miami Dolphins safety Don Jones also expressed his disapproval, tweeting "horrible" and "OMG" after the kiss was aired. He has since deleted those comments. But the Dolphins responded quickly, ordering Jones to pay an undisclosed fine and barring him from team activities until he finishes training for his recent comments made on social media. "We met with Don today about respect, discrimination, and judgment," the Dolphins said in a statement Sunday. "These comments are not consistent with the values and standards of our program." Jones issued a mea culpa for his remarks. Why do these individuals in professional sports make these type of comments, always tweeting, doing something that they know they're going to have to take back? You got to be so politically correct these days. You got to be very, very careful. And this is what he said. "I want to apologize to Michael Sam for the inappropriate comments that I made last night on social media," he said in a statement Sunday. "I take full responsibility for them, and I regret that these tweets took away from his draft moment. I remember last year when I was drafted in the 7th round, and all of the emotions and happiness I felt when I received a call that gave me an opportunity to play for an NFL team, and I wish him all the best in his NFL career." Even yesterday, he's tweeting "horrible" and "oh my God." One day after, he's apologizing and he's wishing him all the best in his NFL career. Sam's boyfriend, Vito Camasano, a former University of Missouri swimmer who graduated last year and now interns for a broadcasting company in Columbia, Missouri, wasn't fazed by the vitriol and public celebrated lover's achievement. The Kansas City native tweeted, "We are staying home. Could not be more proud of my babe. Arms, hashtag STI, hashtag Rams, hashtag Missouri." Then followed up a few hours later with "Whoa, what a day" on Cloud 9. "So proud and happy, hashtag STL, hashtag Rams, hashtag draft, at Mike Sam Football." The second tweet linked to a close-up of Camasano, his face covered in cake, sharing another smoosh with Sam. Other reaction extended well beyond current and former NFL players. Any straight person who says hashtag Michael Sam /BF Kiss Pick doesn't look disgusting can't pass a lie detector test saying it. "Prove me wrong, hashtag NFL, Patrick Dollard tweeted. It's annoying that people can't say anything about a Michael Sam kiss without people pointing at them saying homophobe, Rob Schultz says. But many welcome Sam's 7th round selection by the St. Louis Rams. His team is just 2 hours away from the University of Missouri, where Sam was an All-American and the Southeastern Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Now let me ask this one question. In one of the toughest leagues in football, where Michael Sam was the Conference Defensive Player of the Year, he was drafted in the 7th round. Approximately 248 players were drafted before Michael Sam. Do we really believe this doesn't have to do anything with Michael Sam coming out as being gay? Do we really, really believe that he's a 7th round draft choice? That there were over 240-something players better than Michael Sam? I don't think so. I really don't think that. It had a lot to do with him coming out as being gay. Michael Sam should have been drafted much, much higher in this NFL draft. And all these, Pontius Pilates, teams and people who were saying all these wonderful things, then why was Michael Sam drafted until the 7th round? Be honest. Be honest with it. Teams did not want to take a chance on Michael Sam because he came out as being gay. I don't have any problem with Michael Sam, but it's the NFL, we have such hypocrites out here, who like, oh, well, we tolerate that. We don't have any problems with it, but yet Michael Sam wasn't drafted till the 7th round. Why is that? Do we really believe there's over 248 players better than a guy who was the Southeastern Conference Defensive Player of the Year, one of the toughest league in college football, and he was only drafted in the 7th round? We can do better. We can do better. And you know what? Let me ask this question. What if it was a husband and wife? What if it was an NFL player and he had a wife and he kissed his wife on ESPN when he got drafted? Would we have a problem with that? Would we have a problem with that? So we got a problem with Michael Sam kissing his boyfriend or his significant other, however we want to put it. And we have a problem with that. But and also, the gay community cannot get upset for every little thing that happens. Really. Because there's a lot of other things happening to many other people that's far worse than what's happening to Michael Sam. So we have to be the gay community has to be a little tolerant as well. You see, because we got to be able to deal with our differences. Because there are differences. But President Obama also weighed in. The president congratulates Michael Sam, the Rams, and the NFL for taking an important step forward today in our nation's journey. The White House said in a statement, "From the playing field to the corporate boardroom, LGBT Americans prove every day that you should be judged by what you do and not who you are." And it's true. And listen, some compare Sam kissing his boyfriend to other athletes kissing their wife or girlfriends. True. NFL guys get drafted, kiss girlfriends. At Mike Sam Football kissed his boyfriend. Don't like that? That's your problem. ESPN anchor Stuart Scott tweeted, "Congrats, Mike." Others poked fun at the controversy surrounding Sam. "How do I explain Michael Sam to my kids?" Andy Kerman tweeted, "A man with 2 first names." What? It's just crazy. What do you have to explain to your kids? What do you have? Why do you have to explain anything to them? Why? Do you explain to your kids all the bad things that you are doing? Do you go and explain to that? So you're considering if Mike Sam kisses his boyfriend, it's a bad thing. And how can I explain that to my kids? Well, you don't have to explain nothing. Maybe your kids don't even see that. As a matter of fact, maybe your kids saw even worse than that. Maybe they saw worse than that. Well, you want to explain all that stuff that you may not even know happening? We got to get real here and keep our eyes on the prize. What's wrong with if Michael Sam decides he wants to kiss his boyfriend? What's wrong with that? You may not agree with that, but does that mean to say because you don't agree with it, you think it's wrong? There's a whole